Imagine this: tons of garbage that everyone considers useless, waste piled up in landfills, polluting the planet and taking up valuable space. Now imagine that garbage not only disappears, but is transformed into highways that connect cities and move economies. Seems impossible, doesn't it? In China, the impossible is already a reality. In this video, you will discover how one of the most innovative countries in the world has taken the concept of recycling and taken it to a whole new level. From transforming construction rubble and old tires to reusing tons of waste to create modern roads, China is leading the way towards a sustainable future. Get ready to explore how this amazing innovation is not only changing the country's infrastructure, but also offering a solution to the growing environmental crisis. Highways built out of garbage, a bold idea, an extraordinary impact. Are you ready to discover how China is paving the future with the waste of today? China, the Asian giant known for its unstoppable development? It has achieved in recent decades what few countries have achieved: building a road network that not only connects a vast territory, but also boosts its economy, improves the quality of life of its inhabitants, and sets a global precedent in terms of modern infrastructure, with a total of 53,540,000 km of roads, of which 177,000 km motorways. China is the undisputed world leader in road connectivity. To put this in perspective, if we add up the roads of several developed countries, they would still be far from reaching the monumental reach of China's roads. But these impressive figures are not just statistics to brag about. Each kilometer has a strategic function that goes beyond simply facilitating transit from one place to another. These roads are designed to connect large metropolises such as Shanghai, Beijing, and Guangzhou with rural and remote regions, transforming previously isolated communities into dynamic development hotspots. The strategy is clear: shorten distances to reduce transport times, improve the distribution of goods, and promote economic growth in traditionally forgotten areas. The impact of this infrastructure goes far beyond transport in large cities. These highways allow millions of people to travel daily to work, study, or access essential services. Meanwhile, in rural areas, new roads have opened up unimaginable opportunities. Small farmers, for example, can now transport their fresh produce to larger markets, which translates into higher incomes and a better quality of life. In addition, these connections have facilitated the arrival of basic services such as health, education, and commerce to places that were previously difficult to reach. The speed with which China has managed to build these works is also worthy of recognition. It has not only built its road network quickly, but has done so with impressive technical precision and strategic planning that has taken into account both the economic and environmental impact. This is evident in the creative solutions that the country has implemented to circumvent complicated terrain, such as tunnels that cross mountains or bridges that seem to float over the mightiest rivers on the Asian continent. However, China's road network is not just a feat of engineering, but a reflection of the country's economic and technological power. It is the physical manifestation of your ability to adapt and excel in a globalized world. Highways not only transport people and goods, they also carry ideas, innovations, and opportunities that strengthen China's position as a global superpower. Beyond the big cities and highways crisscrossing miles of landscape, there is a human dimension to this story. Imagine the impact on a remote village that for the first time has a road connecting it with the rest of the country. That road means access to hospitals, schools, and markets. It means hope for a better future. It's the kind of change that transforms entire lives. And China has understood this better than anyone, turning its highways into true engines of social progress. And as if this were not enough, the innovations that we will see later in this video demonstrate that China is not satisfied with building. He wants to reinvent. Chinese ingenuity lies not only in the number of kilometers built, but in its vision for the future. With unparalleled ambition, The country is exploring ways to make these roads not only serve humanity, but also respect and care for the planet. This commitment to sustainability is what has led China to experiment with recycled materials, transforming waste into solid foundations for its growing road network. China is not simply building a road network, it is laying the foundation for a new era of sustainable development and innovation. This advance not only connects cities and towns, it also connects the present with a more responsible and conscious future. But how did they accomplish this? How did they go from building traditional roads to roads that start in a landfill? That's what we'll discover in the next part of this incredible tour. China has found an innovative solution to combat the growing waste problem, demonstrating to the world that what many consider garbage can become an indispensable resource for sustainable development. This unique approach not only addresses the global environmental crisis, but also sets a precedent for the infrastructure of the future, from used tires to construction debris, every waste material. Now it has the potential to become the basis of the highways that connect the country. In the case of waste tires, the challenge is considerable. Millions of these wastes accumulate annually in landfills, representing a persistent source of pollution due to the toxic chemicals they release during their decomposition, rather than allowing these materials to damage the environment. China has developed a method to crush them and convert them into rubber granules that are mixed with conventional asphalt. This process not only reduces pollution, but also produces more elastic and wear-resistant roads, significantly increasing their durability and reducing long-term maintenance costs. With every kilometer of road, thousands of tires are effectively recycled. Concrete and debris generated by demolitions and construction work represent another critical challenge. In many cities, these materials often end up piled up in vacant lots, taking up valuable space that could be reused more productively in China. These remains are carefully collected and subjected to a recycling process that includes crushing and mixing with cement in small quantities. Around 1.5% to create a firm and reliable material. This recycled compound is mainly used in road base layers, providing a solid and sustainable structural support. One of the most emblematic cases of this waste revolution is the Shen North Ring Expressway project in Shaanxi province. This ambitious project used 6,000 tons of recycled waste to build a 120-kilometer track. This approach not only freed up thousands of hectares of land that would have been occupied by landfills, but also saved natural resources such as 32,000 tons of coal and 170,000 tons of limestone. In addition, the emission of approximately 40 million cubic meters of carbon dioxide was avoided, marking a major milestone in the fight against climate change. The process behind this transformation is both meticulous and innovative. Engineers remove any non-reusable material from the rubble, ensuring that only recyclable components are used. The residues are ground into particles of specific sizes, which are then integrated into road layers to ensure stability and durability. In the case of the Shen North Ring Expressway, additional techniques such as the use of geotextile layers were incorporated to prevent water leakage and protect the infrastructure from future damage. These technological advances not only ensure the quality of roads, but also represent a change in the way the world perceives waste. However, the benefits do not end there. This approach is transforming the way cities and industries manage their waste. Previously, waste materials were seen as a problem, but now they are seen as an opportunity. This paradigm shift has also driven the development of recycling plants and advanced technologies, creating jobs and encouraging innovation in the construction sector. Cities are no longer just seeking to get rid of their waste, but are competing to find the most efficient and sustainable ways to reuse it. China's strategy has inspired other countries to consider similar models. Many developing nations facing problems related to waste management and the expansion of their infrastructure networks are exploring the possibility of implementing similar recycling techniques. China's vision is not only changing its own landscape, but is laying the foundation for global collaboration in the search for sustainable solutions. This approach is not just a technical achievement, it is a bold statement that the future of infrastructure can be both functional and environmentally friendly. Recycled roads represent a significant step towards a world where innovation and sustainability go hand in hand. What was once considered garbage is now the pillar of a system that is literally paving the way into the future. China is demonstrating that with creativity, vision, and commitment, even the simplest waste can become the foundation of lasting progress. This model of success not only inspires, but challenges us to rethink our own actions and the way we use available resources. The positive impact of China's innovations in the construction of recycled roads is unquestionable and is reflected in three key dimensions: economy, environment, and society. This revolutionary approach not only addresses the challenge of waste management, but also drives significant benefits that transform multiple aspects of human and sustainable development. Economically, the use of recycled materials has led to considerable savings in natural and financial resources. For the construction of the Shen North Ring Expressway, savings of more than 32,000 tons of coal and 170,000 tons of limestone were estimated. These materials, which in the past would have been extracted from quarries with high transportation and processing costs, were replaced by recycled waste. This not only reduced production costs, but also reduced dependence on non-renewable resources. The economy not only benefits from the immediate savings, but also from the durability of recycled roads, as they require less maintenance, which translates into less investment in the future. This model has shown that waste can move from a cost to a productive and cost-effective tool. From an environmental perspective, the results are equally impressive. Construction with recycled materials has reduced the emission of approximately 40 million cubic meters of carbon dioxide, an amount that would have a significant impact on climate change mitigation. In addition, the use of waste as a basis for roads has reduced the need for landfills, freeing up valuable tracts of land that can now be used for more sustainable projects. This development model not only reduces pollution in cities, but also helps to conserve biodiversity and protect sensitive ecosystems that would previously have been threatened by extractive activities. The combination of these factors makes recycled roads a solution that not only benefits the infrastructure, but also the planet. In the social sphere, the positive effects are also profound. This approach has generated thousands of jobs in key sectors such as waste collection and sorting, material recycling, and sustainable infrastructure construction. Recycling plants have become an engine of local development, providing employment opportunities for nearby communities and encouraging technical training in new technologies. In addition, this strategy has boosted innovation in the construction sector, attracting experts and engineers who have collaborated in the design of more efficient and sustainable processes. The social impact is not limited to job creation, but also transforms the way communities perceive waste, promoting a culture of reuse and sustainability that benefits future generations. Comparison between traditional and recycled methods reveals a paradigm shift. Whereas traditional practices relied heavily on extraction and resource-intensive use, the recycling model implemented by China stands out for its focus on the circular economy, which seeks to close the cycle of production and consumption. This approach not only represents significant energy savings, but also a drastic reduction in environmental impact, making it a model for other countries to follow. In short, the positive impact of recycled roads extends far beyond the realm of construction. These projects represent economic, environmental, and social progress that demonstrates that innovation and sustainability are not only compatible, but that together they can transform the world into a more balanced and conscious place. What began as a technical challenge is now shaping up as a comprehensive solution to some of the most pressing problems of our time. This is the power of turning waste into opportunity when China came up with the idea of using waste as the basis for its roads. Numerous questions and skepticism arose. Would these roads be stable enough to withstand constant and heavy traffic? Could they withstand the passage of time and inclement weather without deteriorating rapidly? These technical challenges and doubts about the feasibility of the project represented a significant obstacle to the implementation of this innovative strategy. One of the main challenges was the irregularity of recycled materials. Construction rubble, concrete waste, and waste tires do not have the uniformity of traditional construction materials, which risked creating unstable or inconsistent surfaces. Chinese engineers, aware of these limitations, embarked on an exhaustive process of experimentation and testing to ensure that the final product not only matched but exceeded traditional standards. The first step was to develop advanced techniques for processing recycled materials. The construction debris was crushed into particles of specific sizes, ensuring that they were small and uniform enough to mix properly with other components. These fragments were integrated into layers of asphalt and reinforced concrete, adding a precise percentage of cement, approximately 1.5%, to increase the strength of the material. Another crucial innovation was the incorporation of waterproof geotextile layers used in both the base and intermediate layers of roads. This material not only helped stabilize the infrastructure, but also prevented water seepage, a factor that could weaken the road base over time. This multifaceted approach ensured that the recycled materials met stringent stability and durability requirements. In addition to these measurements, engineers carried out countless tests and simulations to evaluate the performance of the roads under real conditions. Resistance to heavy traffic, exposure to different climates, and the ability to withstand heavy loads without deterioration were tested. At each stage, the results were promising, demonstrating that recycled materials could compete with and even surpass the capabilities of traditional construction methods. The most notable success of this approach can be seen on the Shen North Ring Expressway, which opened in December 2015. Since its construction, this road has withstood years of constant use without significant failures. Its durability and performance have consolidated confidence in this sustainable construction model, and its impact has been so notable that China's Ministry of Transport included the project in its National Ecological Demonstration Plan. The Shen North Ring Expressway is not only a testament to the power of innovation, but also a tangible example of how to overcome technical challenges with creativity and commitment. What started as a bold proposal has proven to be a viable, efficient, and environmentally friendly solution. This success not only answers initial doubts, but also sets a precedent for other countries to adopt similar strategies and join the movement towards a more sustainable future. The recycled road model that China has implemented has not only proven to be effective within its borders, but also has the potential to become a global solution as countries around the world face challenges related to waste management, climate change, and the need for more sustainable infrastructure. This innovative approach offers a clear path forward in regions such as Latin America, where many cities face critical waste management problems and a growing demand for modern road networks. This model could have a significant impact. The possibility of converting tons of rubble and discarded tires into functional highways would not only help address the problem of saturated landfills, but would also reduce dependence on traditional construction materials that often require high carbon emissions in their production and transportation. However, implementing this model outside China is not without challenges. 1. One of the main obstacles is the infrastructure needed to process waste efficiently. The success of this approach depends on having plants specialized in material recycling, a technology that is not yet widely available in many parts of the world. In addition, the initial financing to build these facilities and develop the necessary logistics can be a barrier for countries with limited economic resources. To overcome this challenge, partnerships among governments, private companies, and international organizations to promote the transfer of technology and resources would be essential. Another important challenge is environmental education, adopting a large-scale recycling model. They require not only technology, but also the active collaboration of communities. A culture of waste separation and sorting needs to be fostered to ensure that recyclable materials reach plants in optimal conditions. In many regions, this would involve massive awareness campaigns and the implementation of educational programs that promote sustainability from an early age. Despite these challenges, the opportunities offered by this model are immense. In the long term, the adoption of recycled roads could significantly reduce construction and maintenance costs, freeing up resources for other strategic investments. It could also generate jobs in the recycling and construction sectors, boosting economic development in local communities. In addition, the positive environmental impact, such as the reduction of carbon emissions and the conservation of natural resources, would contribute to global efforts to combat climate change and protect the planet. The scalability of this model is not limited to road construction. It could also be applied to other critical infrastructure, such as bridges, buildings, and urbanization projects, expanding its scope and benefits. Over time, this strategy could be integrated into global sustainable development policies, marking a before and after in the way we manage resources and build our cities. Ultimately, the future of this technology depends on the collective will of nations to adopt more sustainable models and learn from China's successes. The recycled road revolution invites us to rethink the relationship between waste and development. Demonstrating with innovation and commitment, we can pave the way towards a more balanced and conscious future. This legacy that China is leaving now provides an opportunity for us to expand this vision globally. The recycled road revolution in China symbolizes much more than mere technical advancement. It serves as proof that sustainability and innovation can synergize to transform the world. What was once considered garbage today becomes the foundations of highways that not only connect cities, but also boost economies and reduce environmental impact. This model has demonstrated how human ingenuity can address global problems in a practical and effective way, marking a path towards a more balanced and responsible future. The benefits are clear. From the economic savings of using recycled materials instead of extracting natural resources, to environmental protection by reducing carbon dioxide emissions and conserving valuable land formerly occupied by landfills. In addition, this approach generates jobs, drives innovation, and fosters a culture of sustainability that can change the way cities and communities perceive waste. Now the question is, could this model be viable in your country? Can you envision your city's roads being constructed with the same materials that once filled landfills? We would love to hear your thoughts. Share your ideas and comments, and together explore how this technology could be implemented in various locations to address local challenges. China is teaching us that the future depends not only on great technological advances, but also on our ability to reimagine what we do with the resources we have. The future is in our hands and perhaps also in our garbage. Are you ready to be part of this change? Dare like it. Subscribe to the channel and join us on this incredible journey towards a more sustainable tomorrow. See you in the next video.